SUV. Do you remember what this abbreviation actually stands for? Sports Utility Vehicle. Essentially, a car which is supposed to carry characteristics of a sports car and an off-roader. So we're sitting higher up, all-wheel drive, yet here we are today with a lot of manufacturers completely forgetting it by producing an SUV front-wheel drive with the chicken engine. Luckily, not everyone is like this. So, utility and sportiness. Let's see and let's go. 1, 2, 3. Usually I do not talk about bonnets, but look at this beautifully sculptured bonnet. I love it. So when it comes to the choice of engines in the X1, there is plenty. There's petrol, there's diesel, there's plug-in hybrid. This is 23i, which means this is actually a mild hybrid. So we've got a 2-liter turbocharged petrol engine combined with an electric motor. The total power produced is 218 horses and 360 Newton-meters of torque. And as in a proper SUV, the power is being sent to all 4 wheels. Now, it is important to point out that a mild hybrid, you actually need a combustion engine to run this car. It won't run on electricity. Electric motor is here to give us that extra boost and extra punch. And that is enough. About numbers under the bonnet. Alright, boot space. So proper SUV, that is all-wheel drive, you get 500 liters of space. The fake SUV, two-wheel drive, you get a little bit more, 540 liters. So all about choices and decisions. The shape of the boot is very practical. The floor here is nearly flat. Got a little bit more storage space down here, some netting, 12-volt sockets. Actually, this is a very practical boot space, and that is enough about the boot space. And what about being a passenger in the X1? Well, there's loads, but loads of knee room, plenty of headroom. I love this beautiful panoramic sunroof. The seats actually do slide back and forth, and when you pull this ribbon, you can recline the seats. Stretch your legs, off you go. What about the middle seat? Well, what can I say? The hump here is not too big, but this is not exactly ladylike, is it? No. But for 2 even tall adults, there's more than plenty of room. So I used to think that Audi produces the nicest cabins, then Mercedes stepped it up. But well, today I think it's BMW because the interior here is stunning, and I absolutely love the color combination, orange on the outside and beige on the inside. Now the quality of the materials and the fit and finish is just excellent. Got a really good seating position, and of course being BMW, the adjustment level is just huge. You can sit very low, you can sit very high. In terms of practicality and space, there's plenty for your bottles. You actually don't have a pocket down here, so you've got the shelf, which everything is exposed, no secrets, and it gets a little bit dirty. So I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. I do like the wireless mobile charging. I mean, look at it. It looks like a little altar. Very, very neat. Glove box, medium size. I like the design of the dash and of course the ambient lighting. It just puts you in a better mood on this gloomy, miserable winter day. Now when it comes to steering, I would recommend, if you can afford, get yourself the M design steering wheel, because this is just a little bit plain. So when it comes to the infotainment system, we have the latest iDrive. Now, in my opinion, the iDrive is by far one of the best infotainment systems available on the market. You've got this beautiful touch screen, which you can operate, of course, with your finger, or you can operate it through the shortcut buttons on your steering wheel. Although operating it through the shortcut buttons is a little bit limited. It's not like it is in Mercedes, where you can operate the entire system. Now, here, just use your finger. That's also because the swivel down here is gone. I miss it. I used to enjoy it and I used to use it all the time. I have that in my own personal BMW and I like that. So I'm not sure about how I feel about that. But we do have traditional knob for volume control. Really, really good. I'll show you the graphics. I mean, the map is just amazing. It's beautiful. It's so quick. The system is so intuitive. It is just so clever and so beautiful. And if you don't like it, I mean, why wouldn't you like it? You should love it. You can plug in your iPhone or your Android, and you can do it wirelessly through the altar down here. And God of an iPhone, right? I'll show you also the cameras. I mean, they are amazing. And they actually work as a dash cam, which means you can record everything, which means you can sue somebody in court, win a lot of money, and buy yourself an X7. No, just kidding. The system itself is just beautiful. I mean, yes. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit too distracted. 2 USB-C ports, and off we go. I'm going to sneak a little launch control. It is a bit frosty, it is a bit slippery, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, sport mode activated. Can I fiddle with anything else? Nope. So, foot on the brake, foot on the throttle, bit of a warm up, and off we go. Off to a slightly sluggish start. So the declared 0 to 100 is 7.1 seconds, and I am 7.23. Well, that's fine, I suppose. It has to be fine. The top speed is 233 kilometers an hour. Yeah, not bad considering the weather conditions. Look at me, full of excuses, yet again. Okay, how does this car feel on the road? Well, it's easy to drive, it's very relaxing and rather premium. As you trot around town, bumps, potholes, imperfections are not really your concern because the ride here is very smooth. But the suspension is on the firmer side if you compare it to other SUVs, BMW style, but it's still very comfy. And so are these seats. These are absolutely, lovely. The new X1 is also very quiet, especially if we look at the previous generation of the X1. It's a very different world, although when you drive fast on the motorway, there's a bit of tire noise, a bit of wind noise, but I'm being a bit of a whinging miserable cow because overall this car just feels absolutely lovely in terms of fuel economy. So it is middle of winter and I do have a heavy right foot, combination of a congested city, motorway, B roads, and I'm averaging 8 liters. Well, there you go. That's a very good result. Now, the steering here is light, not exactly BMW style. And the comfort mode almost a little bit too light for my liking. But here's the thing, stiff, heavy steering in an SUV tends to feel too fidgety and it tends to feel tiring. So BMW knows exactly what they're doing to please their customers. The turning circle here is fantastic. Maneuvering, parking this car, it just feels like a breeze. The overall visibility is very good. Big rear window. This is a bit of a blind spot, this thick panel, so you have to just bear that in mind when you adjust your seat. But I've got, of course, wonderful cameras to sort out any parking actions that you might be up to. What really stands out for me in this car is this engine. It is so silky, so refined, so well mannered. Acceleration is very smooth and this car feels alive. But let's see if we can make it more alive. So let's flick you into sport mode and let's floor it. Actually, this engine feels punchy. It feels really nice. And I have a lot more weight added to the steering. I think I like it better. It's amazing. Because after all, this is an SUV, but it feels really good. It feels like a proper BMW. A proper BMW SUV. You bring this car on a twisty road and handling is brilliant. It grips so well. You can feel the car. You can feel what is happening with this car at all points in time. And most important, you feel stable and secure. I've got a 7-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox, no paddle shifters, so better be good. And it actually is. This gearbox doesn't ponder, it doesn't wander, it just gets on with it. Let me just tell you, if it ain't good, it ain't a BMW gearbox. It must be a stolen CVT. You just don't feel the change of gears at all. You see, here's the thing. BMW knows exactly how to master the blend of sportiness, comfort and utility. And the new X1 is as SUV as it gets. I do have a confession to make, however. I have never been a fan of the X1. Okay, it was cute, but I also found that a bit boring and a little bit blunt. Boy oh boy, how tables do turn, because the new X1 is pretty, it is elegant, it is also grown up without looking or feeling dull. I love it actually, I love it in this color especially. That's it for today, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!